We're trying to find sellers. Means we need to ask people if they plan on selling their home. Miss Alyssa.
Hey, ring ring.
Hello?
Hey Zach.
Yeah?
Hey Zach, this is Alyssa. I'm a local real estate agent, and the reason for my call today is we're actually selling your neighbor's home right down the street off of 440 L Street in Chula Vista, Unit E. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. And I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood, especially with the limited parking situation that you guys have. By chance, do you know of anybody who wants to see this house or move into the neighborhood?
I like the knowledge bomb of the house. Like I know Albatross as well has very limited parking. You have to have like a parking pass, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good one for you too, Melissa, mainly for you too, just because you're pretty versed in this one in particular, because it's you listening, is to bring up the, what was it, remediation or the unwarrantable? Sorry, not
Oh, yeah, yeah.
remediation.
I'm
Yeah,
sending a letter for that today to the whole complex. So I'm going to call
nice.
about that too.
Very cool. Mr. Jesse.
Hey Zach.
Yeah?
Hey Zach, this is Jesse. I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. I just wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot more traffic than usual in your neighborhood. By chance, do you know anyone that would like to see the house or move into the neighborhood?
Boom. Good job. Nathan.
I'm still looking for the script. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're good. Remember, do you know how to go to Google Drive?
Yeah.
Cool. You Google Drive and click the link and then log in. And then you can just type in the name of the script into the search bar. Neighborhood alert. You just type in
Put open
neighborhood.
house up at the top, and it's the top one.
Open house one too. Cool. Thanks, Brian. Okay, I'll come right back. Isaac.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey Zach.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, this is Isaac. Look, I'm gonna be super upfront. I am a realtor, but the reason for my call today is we're selling your neighbor's home right down the street over at 1684 West Trapezoid. And the reason for the call is just letting you know we're hosting a huge open house all weekend from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be there Friday from 3 to 6, and then we'll be there weekend from 1 to 4. But again, just wanted to let you know that there's to be a little bit more traffic in than usual in your neighborhood. And by chance, if you know anybody that wants to either see this house or move into the neighborhood.
It was really good. I'd pick up speed just like 2%, like a tiny little boost, like barely any, but just a tiny little boost on speed, just so we can get through it a little bit quicker. Because this is a long intro. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely long. So we want to boost our speed a little bit more on something longer like this. And then right when we're done, we can come back, kind of come back down to normal a little bit. Brian.
Hey Zach.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, this is Brian. I'm a local real estate agent, and the reason for my call today is I'm selling your neighbor's home right down on 540 Otsego Drive. It's like 4 houses up from you. Do you know the one?
Yeah, I know Otsego.
Okay, great. I'm going to be having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. I'd like to invite you and anyone you want to bring along.
You having a party at the party house?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Every weekend's a party there, whether I'm throwing it or not. Anyway, I wanted to let you know there's going to be a lot of traffic in the neighborhood, more than usual. And by chance, do you know of anyone who wants to see the house or move into the neighborhood?
Nice. When's the next Otsego open?
Shit, who knows?
Cool.
I think it's booked solid for the next 2 months. So
wild, dude. That's such a.
I know. I'm almost thinking of taking it off market. It's ridiculous.
So wild how much that thing gets booked. Chase, you're on mute, by the way.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, you're right. Like I did shorten this just a little bit personally, like just like one line, but I'll go with this. It's close enough.
Cool. And remember, you guys, are we ever going to do it exactly word for word when we're actually on the phone? Almost ever. Okay. The only time we're really going to do a script word for word, like when me and Isaac were doing expireds, and I literally was like, let's try this new script. Study, like just read it word for word on the first calls, just like, let's see what happens, sure. But like 99% of the time, the second you get going, your brain's taking over. Okay, and you're gonna do you, no matter what I say, and what I put. So that's why if we practice this though, all that's happening is you have a fallback. So if you ever do call and get stuck, don't know what to say, okay, anything along those lines, you have a fallback, to go to. So go for it.
All right. Hey, Zach, I'm a local real estate agent. The reason for my call today is I'm selling your neighbor's home down the street at 123 Main Street. We're having a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4, and I wanted to let you know that there's going to be a lot of traffic, more than usual. By chance, do you know anybody who wants to move to the neighborhood?
Go on. Holly.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah?
Hey, Zach, this is Holly. I'm a local agent. The reason for my call today is that we're selling your neighbor's home, actually at Unit 307, and we're going to have a huge open house this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 3. And I want to let you know that it's going to be a lot of traffic, especially with our limited parking in the front. By any chance, do you know anyone who want to see the house or move into our neighborhood?
Nice. Reza.
Hey, Gloria.
Hey.
This is Reza. How are you?
Doing great, Reza.
Awesome. I'm actually a local realtor. I'm helping your neighbors down the street with the sale of their house, and just giving you a call to give you a heads up that we're hosting quite an extensive open house this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4. It's going to be a party. We're serving rosé and artisanal donuts. So I'm just giving you a call to invite you over to the open house and let you know there might be a little bit more than usual traffic. By any chance, do you know of any of your friends or family members who are trying to find their way into the neighborhood? This could be a good opportunity for them.
Not donuts, artisanal donuts. Ours is. That's funny. Okay, we got 10 minutes left here. Let's just cover the 1 to 2, okay, top objections that we're going to get hit, okay, when we're calling. So, let's call, I'm going to go Tristan, Alyssa, and who else has done a good amount of these? And Isaac. What are the 2 biggest objections that you think you get hit with on this?
What type of?
Yeah, it's an open house.
Calling around the open house.
Oh, oh no, we don't know of anyone moving into the area.
Cool. Alyssa?
We're not looking to sell,
Yep.
even though that's not what we're talking about.
Isaac?
Yeah, I say we recently moved into the neighborhood.
Cool. That's a good one. Yeah. Now, it's good for our brain to know the difference between an objection and them just telling us what's going on. Okay, and what they want. So an objection is something that's holding a motivated buyer back, okay, a motivated seller from moving forwards, okay, on something, but it means there is motivation there. Okay, and somebody who's not interested in selling is not an objection.
Yeah, the rates are terrible, and I'm never moving until the rates are better.
Well, yeah, that too. And if they're just like, "Hey, Nathan, no, like this is our home, like we're not moving." Cool. My goal is to come across somebody who does plan on moving, not to convince you that you have to sell. So that's one really important thing to remember. Okay, you guys are not selling people on selling. You're selling people on you being in their world. That's what you're selling them on. But really, unless they mention some motivation about selling, or you ask them, "Hey, would you ever consider selling?" And they say no, great, move on. Get on the next person. Okay, like I said, our job is not to create motivation. Motivation should already be there. They should have already thought about moving towards their kids in Arizona. We're now just putting the puzzle pieces in place, okay, and executing it. So Tristan, yours was the first one. It was, "Hey, don't know anybody, that wants to move here." Okay, your script will give you a basic objection handler on that. Okay, or if they're just like, "Hey, Tristan, no, we don't know anybody that wants to move in the community." What are a few questions that we can ask to keep that conversation going? We just went over these questions like 20 minutes ago.
How long have you lived in the area?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for letting me know, Tristan. How long have you lived in the community for? Okay, and just keep it rolling. Alyssa said, "Yeah, we just have no plans on selling." Okay, so I'm just going to reconfirm I do that by, awesome. Hey, Alyssa, I just want to make sure I'm hearing everything right on my end. You're just telling me that as of right now, there are no plans, on selling this home for 2025. Okay, I totally understand. I would love to be a resource though, just in case you guys do have any questions about the community. I do sell a lot of homes, okay, in this area, and I do think I could be a valuable resource for you. Would you mind if I sent over my contact card? Great. What email should I send it to? Okay, and you just kind of flow through it, nice and simple. Remember, they don't want to sell. They don't want to sell. We're good. Isaac, what was yours?
They recently moved in the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah. Once again, I would just say we're not dealing with a seller, at that point. And I would go the reason. Oh my God, how exciting, dude. Is this your guys' first home? Probably the direction I would go. Yes or no? No. We've owned a few. Very cool. So do you see this one being your forever home? You kind of gauge it a little bit, there. Or I mean, that's pretty much it. Like somebody who just moved in, let's even say 2 years ago, a year ago, probably isn't the most viable seller, that we're going after.
How do you like the
Brian,
neighborhood so far?
how do you like the neighborhood so far? Okay, is a good one. Brian brought up the rates. Okay, that's definitely one that you're going to see. Okay, from a few people, is they're already locked into that low 3%, okay, or high 2%. And they're like, why would I sell my $1 million house to go buy a $500,000 house and have a higher monthly payment if they don't use all the equity? Of course. Okay, so it's a little tricky. So with the rates, I don't like to talk about the rates, and I'm not going to sit there and battle them about the rates for 10 minutes and letting them know that rates are low and high and, et cetera. Because if I really told them over the phone, well, rates are actually pretty low, is that changing anything that's going on in their head?
Yeah, it pisses them off because they know they're not.
Exactly. And it makes it does literally zero anything, nothing. It's just like throwing out mumbo jumbo.
I
Okay?
actually made that mistake before, and I won't do it again.
Yeah, I've done it too. I did a bunch. I used to have a script for us that did it. Like that's what happens, we realize better things. So with rates, I like to get off the rate topic as soon as possible, and I want to know why they want a lower rate. Okay, because obviously we know, assuming in our head, they want a lower rate because they need to buy another house. Okay, but if they have enough equity to potentially buy that house out, I've found that some of them still use the rates, okay, as their objection. And one of them was an expired I talked to, and they were saying, well, because with the high rates, there's not going to be that many buyers coming in. So I want to know, like, okay, Tristan, I see you look super confused there. Okay, for a second. If rates are at 8%, are open houses as busy? No.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, if rates are at 3%, are open houses busy? Yeah, we couldn't even run the fucking open house. That's how busy it was. Okay, like that's how. So, like, that's what they're thinking in their mind because they've seen the 2s and the 3s. They know what it does to the buyer's market. So they say, yeah, I want to wait for interest rates to drop so there's more buyers in the market. Okay, it's about a 50-50. Not all of them are looking to buy their next home, and I think that's kind of what we assume. Okay, right off the bat. So I like to just ask them, hey, totally understand, Alyssa, that may potentially be a great, move, okay, for you to do. Are you wanting to wait for the rates to drop because of buyer activity or because of a home purchase that you'll have to make?
Very good distinction.
Yeah, because now you'll know exactly where they're going to think of, well, actually, Alyssa, like we just know that when the rates are lower, there's more buyers coming in. You go, oh, okay, you're right. Actually, the rates lowering is one of the easiest ways for buyers to get back into the market. But would you mind if I explained to you what I'm seeing right now?
What are you seeing?
What are you seeing? Okay. And you just explain how, especially, I mean, if you guys are doing listings yourselves, you just explain your own listings, super easy. Like we're still crushing neighborhood records. It is very possible. You just have to do it right. You can't just throw it up on market and hope for the best right now. It's not the market we're in. Okay. Okay. The other direction, if they say, yes, we are waiting because we want to purchase, okay, our next house, I'm going to move right into the purchase. Awesome. I totally understand. Where are you moving to? Got it. What does that house look like? Have you already looked at the monthly payment on that home? You haven't? Let's do that before you make a decision of no. Okay. But it leads you in that both directions where you can now plant your feet and really decide on what you do. So if they ever bring up the rates, because we know it's super common, hey, Isaac, you're right. That may be a super good situation for you, okay, to hold out for a little bit and wait for lower rates. Let me ask you, do you want the lower rate because of your own purchase or because of buyer activity in the market? And if you ask me, if somebody was to ask me that, I would think they were super professional as an agent. Because like Brian said, most every other agent that we say that to, including myself for a very long time, they'd say, hey, the rates are high. And I go, actually, Brian, over a 40-year average, we're pretty normal. And they go, who the fuck is this guy? They go, what the hell? They go, like, it kills all rapport. Everything goes out the window. Like, it just doesn't go good. So,
yeah, when does that work for a first-time home buyer? Maybe that's about it.
even then, man, I would do the same thing, because we're not saying this to a buyer, really. You're saying this to a seller. You know, if a buyer is asking us, hey, telling us we want rates to drop, we're pretty sure it's because they want the lower monthly payment. We could always ask, but it's mainly for a seller. You're going, do you want it because of buyer activity, like coming into your house, or do you want it because you need to make a purchase after the sale of your home? Okay, and you care about the monthly payment. It's just a very professional question. Let's be real. Nobody else is asking them that. You know, a lot of people are sitting down and trying to explain to them, you know, why the rates are not high. Okay, you guys, let's go off. Let's have an amazing Wednesday. Okay.